Welcome back to episode 12 of KCAT News. We'll go to Ian covering the Blacklight Assembly.
Following that is Jonah with a recap of the Super Bowl.
After that, it's Tess covering FBLA.
And finally, it's Kyson with an update on the wrestling season.
I'm Jonah LaRue.
I'm Tess Hargrove.
And this is KCAT News.
I think it's time to blow this thing. Get everybody in the stuff together. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's jam.
Now we have Ian on the Blacklight Assembly.
We interviewed some people about Tuesday's Blacklight Assembly and what they had to say about it.
Yeah, the assembly was really, it's always really exciting every year, knowing the lights are off and bright colors and having everyone so excited. Yeah, I thought it was a cool theme with all the colors.
Well, it was more of excitement, more of worriness, because I participated in it, I was part of it. I was more worried of being correct on my beats and stuff.
We took about 3 weeks, so my favorite part of the assembly was drumline. I really liked the colored powder and the drum. That was really cool.
That was their experience with the assembly and what they had to say about it. Ian Lobmeyer, KCAT News.
Thanks, Ian.
Next up is Jonah with the Super Bowl recap.
Welcome back to the KCAT NFL recap. Last weekend, the Bengals and the Rams faced off in the big game, and it was one to remember, so let's get right into it. The Rams took an early 7-0 lead off a passing touchdown to Odell Beckham, but then the Bengals were able to drive down and score and get a field goal, making the score 7-3. But the Rams were not messing around and came back with another touchdown of their own, but they missed the extra point, making the score 13-3. After a long drive from Cincinnati, the running back Joe Mixon threw a touchdown pass to T. Higgins in the back of the end zone. This made the score 13-10, and this ended up being the last score of the half as neither team could get anything going. But Cincinnati came out of the locker room ready to play. Off of the first play from scrimmage, Joe Burrow hit T. Higgins on a 75-yard bomb to the end zone. And then not even a few plays later, Matthew Stafford was picked off by Chidobe Awuzie, giving the Bengals the ball back. However, the Rams defense stood strong, only allowing a field goal off of this interception. But the Rams quickly answered back and were able to drive down, score, and get themselves a field goal, making the score 20-16. After this, no team would be able to score until late in the fourth quarter, and that team was the Rams. Stafford and Kupp led a drive all the way down inside the 5, and Matthew Stafford was able to hit Kupp in the back of the end zone, getting him his second touchdown of the game with just under 2 minutes to play. With the season on the line, the Bengals needed a score here. Cincinnati was able to drive down to just about midfield, but stalled out for a few plays. On 4th and 1, Aaron Donald brought pressure and swung down Joe Burrow, forcing an incompletion, and the Rams would get the ball with a turnover on downs. With this, they kneel the ball out, and the Rams would become the 2022 Super Bowl champions. The Super Bowl MVP was awarded to Cooper Kupp, who finished the game with 8 catches, 92 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Well, that's all for this season. This was the KCAT NFL recap. Jonah LaRue, KCAT News.
Thanks, Jonah.
Now it's Tess covering FBLA.
FBLA members had their first meet in Kingman, and I talked to some of the members.
Okay, so we went to Kingman, and that was pretty cool. It's a bit of a drive. And then when we went there were a lot more people than I thought there were going to be. There's probably 400 people maybe in the gym when we got there, from a lot of schools. And then from there we were based in the gym, and then we started going to our events. I did 3 events at the tournament, which were economics, business management, and e-business.
So we went to Kingman, and I did UX design, computer applications, and video game simulation. I took 2 individual tests, and then I did 1 presentation event.
It was my first year doing FBLA, and my friend is actually the one who wanted me to do it, but then she actually had COVID, and so I was supposed to be doing group activities, but my whole group had COVID, So I was just doing them on my own. It was kind of nerve-wracking, but the day went okay.
Okay, so last year we only did online events and it was virtual. So it was really fun and a new experience to actually go and be in front of judges.
Yeah, this was my first year at FBLA. It was a little different than I thought it'd be. It was a little more competitive. I thought it was going to be, a little different than it was, but it was pretty cool having it's like an actual kind of sport-ish. Reminded me of Scholars Bowl a little bit, or math relays.
Tess Hargrove, KCAT News.
Thanks, Tess.
And finally, we have Kyson with the end of the wrestling season.
Thanks. I'm Kyson Schultz, and I'll be doing a recap of the past few weeks for Mulvane High School Wrestling. As of February 1st, Trent Moses is currently ranked second in 145 for Kansas 4A Boys Wrestling. Boys 4A Regionals are scheduled for February 19th to qualify for the state tournament on February 25th and 26th. Hunter Dietrich is currently ranked 4th in 138 for Kansas 4A Boys Wrestling. The Mulvane girls wrestling team is sending 4 girls to the Kansas High School 4A Girls State Wrestling Tournament. Leona Landreth placed first at regionals, Cami Shans placed second, Jarka Stiles third, and Lauren Gonzalez fourth. They placed 4th overall as a team. Kyson Schultz, KCAT.
Thanks, Kyson.
Well, that's all for this week. I'm Jonah LaRue.
And I'm Tess Hargrove.
And thanks for watching KCAT News.